I'm Nicola Visser and I am from South Africa, but now I have moved to Denmark and I live in Aarhus as of 1 year now. And my artistic practice is that I am a dancer and a choreographer. My practice is mainly improvisation and a lot influenced by authentic movement and contemplative movement practice. My studies have been in community dance work and participatory work, and for a very long time in South Africa I ran an integrated dance company. The interest at the moment is this charged space between someone who is moving and someone who is witnessing, different from watching or different from being an audience, but someone who holds a space for someone else. And what I'm curious about, and I look for, is to understand what is happening in the between place. So it's something that isn't really visible, but it's very much felt. And the only way that I can measure it or have any gauge is through my own senses. So it's very subjective, and perhaps how I'm going about Copenhagen is in such a way, very much taking in through my body as a lens. The one that I came with was to walk the coastline, to walk the water of Copenhagen. And obviously there are many, many inlets, and the coast, it's extraordinarily long for any country to have a coastline like Denmark has, made up of islands, and has this, the gateway to Denmark is very much through the water. So it takes a long time, and I was trying to walk as faithfully as possible around every jetty, even if it was the frustration of backtracking on one's path. And that was merely an exploration at different times of the day, sunset, sunrise. Walking. And then that developed into some water studies. So a walking route that I did was to take one jar, fill it with seawater, walk across Amma to the lagoon, pour the seawater into the lagoon, pick up the lagoon water, walk to a contained sort of, not really a river, but a contained pond shape, pour the lagoon water in there, pick up that water into Christianshavn Canal, into the harbour, into the lakes, and then back to a garden, and then I kind of ran out of day. I just understand this at the moment of diluting water and a dispersion or a contamination. I don't know what it is about, but there it is, and that is what happened. Being in Copenhagen is a very generous and expansive and spacious experience for me at the moment. The contradictions come up very quietly, and they rupture moments, but they're not always in one's face. It comes across as this, there's a calmness to being here, and I can't believe the stability of it. So much water, so many reflections. I find it very inspiring, and the gift of being here is permission and generosity to follow intuition and to sit in a certain safety and to look. I feel that there is a sense of my backspace opening up. I'm not protective of what's happening behind me, and I can really engage with my edges, with the city. Yeah, it's a subtle but profound thing for me at the moment. This is something I have to get used to.